Hello students, I am Rakesh Chauhan working as PGT Physics in Suraj School Bawal. I welcome you all in the e-learning classes of physics. Today in this video we are going to discuss about resolution of a vector. This is very important topic of chapter 4, that is motion in a plane. So far in this chapter we have discussed about vectors, addition of vectors, multiplication of vectors, and in multiplication we have discussed about dot product and cross product. So here in this video we are going to discuss about how a vector can be resolved in two or more than two vectors. So first we will discuss what is resolution of a vector. So resolution of a vector can be defined as splitting of a vector into two or more than two vectors in different directions. Okay, let us try to understand the concept of resolution of a vector, or what is the need of splitting of a vector into two or more than two vectors or two or more than two directions. This is actually the reverse process, we can say, of combination of vectors or combining of a vector. Suppose I ask you that find out the resultant of these two vectors, a vector and b vector. So definitely you will combine these two vectors to find their resultant. And suppose I am using triangle rule of vector addition, and according to that we will construct a triangle by using these two vectors, and the third side of this triangle is definitely going to represent the resultant vector. So we can say that this r vector is the sum of a vector and b vector, or it is the combination of a vector and b vector. So in other words, we can say that a vector and b vector are the two components of r vector, or we can split this r vector in a vector and b vector. So this is how we can relate the resolution of a vector to the combination of a vector. Means the resolution of a vector is just the opposite process of combination of two vectors. These vectors, since r vector is the combination of a vector and b vector, therefore these a vector and b vector are known as component vectors of r vector. Okay, so writing a vector into its components in different directions is known as resolution of a vector. So this is how we can understand the concept of resolution of a vector. Now we are going to resolve a vector first in 2 dimensions and thereafter in 3 dimensions. So let us discuss resolution of a vector in 2 dimensions first. So suppose I have this vector which is r vector, and I want to resolve this vector in two perpendicular components, which is also known as rectangular components, or we can also call it as resolution of a vector in 2 dimensions. Okay, so this r vector is to be resolved in two perpendicular components. So what I am going to do, I will draw one vector in the direction of this x direction. I can say, suppose this is x direction, and the other component in y direction. This is the other component in y direction. Okay, So let us discuss the resolution of a vector r vector in two dimensions or 2D. So this is the r vector. Suppose I have denoted it as OR. So this is the r vector which we want to resolve in two components, and the two components here we are taking perpendicular to each other. So if a vector is resolved in two perpendicular components, then those components is said to be or are said to be rectangular components of that vector, or we can say the rectangular resolution of a vector. Okay, so this is r vector which we want to resolve in rectangular components or in two dimensions. Okay, so first component I am taking in the direction of x-axis, and the second component of this r vector I am taking in the direction of y-axis. So definitely these two components will be perpendicular to each other. So this I am representing as, OP vector, and this I am representing as OQ vector. Okay, and this OP vector, suppose I have taken as AX vector, and similarly this OQ vector I have taken as AY vector. So if we resolve this r vector into AX vector and AY vector, then it is said to be rectangular components of or rectangular representation of r vector, or in other words resolution of r vector in two dimensions. Okay, so basically what we are going to do, we want to write this r vector in terms of AX vector and AY vector. Okay, so since AX vector is in the direction of x-axis and AY vector is in the direction of y-axis, therefore the unit vectors in x-axis or in x direction we can consider as I cap, and in y direction we can consider it as j cap. So how this AX vector can be written? So you will say that AX vector can be written as AX, which is the magnitude, and I cap. So this is suppose equation first. Similarly, AY vector can also be written as AY j cap. We will use these equations later on, but we can write down these equations AX vector and AY vector as this, using the concept of unit vectors. Okay, now using the triangle rule of vector addition, if I ask you, using the triangle rule of vector addition, if we want to write down r vector in terms of OP vector and this PR vector, then you can say that this r vector, or we can say OR vector, will be the sum of OP vector and this PR vector. Okay, so using triangle rule of vector addition, I can write down here OR vector is equal to OP vector plus PR vector. Okay, in place of PR vector, can we write down this OQ vector? You will say definitely, because these are two parallel or similar vectors, we can say. So OR vector can also be written as OP vector plus PR vector, and in place of PR vector I am writing down OQ vector. OQ vector. Okay, suppose this is equation third. Now this OP vector and OQ vector are nothing but AX vector and AY vector. So putting the value of this OP vector, which is equals to AX vector, and OQ vector, which is equals to AY vector, so we can write down, and in place of OR vector we are writing down R vector. So R vector is equals to AX vector plus AY vector. And if I put, or suppose this we are representing as A vector. So if you represent it by A vector, then you can write down OR vector as A vector. So that will be good. A vector is equals to AX vector plus AY vector, and putting the value of AX, we can write down AX, which is the magnitude of AX vector, and I cap plus AY j cap. So this A vector can be written as AX I cap plus AY j cap, and this equation is known as, resolved or resolution of A vector in two rectangular components AX and AY. So this is how we can resolve, or we can write down this A vector in two perpendicular components, or we can split this A vector in two vectors in different directions, which was the concept of resolution of a vector. Okay, also we want to find out the magnitude of this A vector in terms of AX and AY, and the direction of this A vector in terms of AX and AY. So first, magnitude of A vector. So to find the magnitude of A vector, first I will use the value of AX in terms of A. So how you can write down the value of AX in terms of A? You can simply use this right angle triangle, and from this right angle triangle, what you can do, you can find out the value of cos theta. So from triangle OPR, cos theta can be written as base, that is OP, upon hypotenuse, that is OR. So this can be written as OP upon OR, and from here, if I want to write OP, it would be OR cos theta. And what is the value of this OP? So you will say OP is nothing but the magnitude of AX vector, which can be written as AX. So AX is equals to, what is OR? So OR is the magnitude of A vector. So this is A, magnitude of A vector is A. So AX is equal to A cos theta. A cos theta. This is suppose equation 5th. Similarly, we can write down AY also. So from the same triangle, sin theta will be perpendicular upon hypotenuse, and perpendicular is PR. PR upon hypotenuse is same, that is OR. So PR is equals to OR sin theta, and if I put the value of PR as this PR is the magnitude of AY vector. So AY is equals to OR, and OR is magnitude of A vector, that is A sin theta. So this is suppose equation 6. Now we want to write the magnitude of A, or A, in terms of AX and AY. So what should be done? You will say, if we square this equation and this equation and add up these two equations, then we can easily find out the magnitude of A vector, or A. So squaring and adding equation 5th and equation 6th. So you can have AX square plus AY square is equals to A square cos square theta plus A square sin square theta, and if you can take A square common, so it will be cos square theta plus sin square theta, which will become 1. So according to the identity, so A square can be written as AX square plus AY square. So A can be written as under root of AX square plus AY square. So if you have been given the rectangular components of A vector, that is AX and AY, then you can easily find out the magnitude of that vector using this formula, and suppose this is equation 7. So this equation 7 we can use to find out the magnitude of a vector. Also sometimes the angle is also been asked. So angle we can easily find out, or we can say this angle theta, which is made by this resultant vector to the x-axis or OP vector. So to find the magnitude, or we can say the direction, second part we are discussing, direction of r vector, or which is we have taken as a vector. So to find the direction, we can once again use this triangle, right angle triangle OPR, but now we will consider the tan theta. So using triangle OPR, tan theta is equals to perpendicular upon base, and perpendicular is PR and base is OP. So it can be written as PR upon OP. And from here, if I put the value of PR and OP, what is PR? PR is AY and OP is AX. So AY upon AX we can say. So using this formula, we can find out the value of theta, which is the angle made by resultant of a vector with the x-axis. So this is suppose equation 8. So this is how we can resolve a given vector in two rectangular components or two perpendicular components. Now in our next video, we are going to resolve the same vector, that is a vector, but in 3 dimensions. So thank you very much for watching this video, and I hope this video would be definitely beneficial for you to understand the concept of resolution of a vector in 2 dimensions. And I will suggest you that you must remember these two formulas for the numerical point of view, that is a is equals to ax square plus ay square under root, and tan theta is equal to ay upon ax. Okay, thank you very much once again for watching this video.